Zeffy. Been playing a ton of roguelikes recently. Actually, haven't been playing a bunch of traditional roguelikes. Caves of Qud, Tales of Majayal, Cogmind. I've never heard of any of those. How neat is that, though? That's pretty neat. I like it. Is this working? Question mark. It is working. Oh my god, we did it. We fucking did it. No, I was checking if my chat was going to both YouTube and God damn it, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. Going to YouTube and Twitch, and it is. So we got that going for us. Traditional roguelikes are a whole different ballgame. It's showing me why the new developments are sometimes coined as roguelites. Oh! And unlike hashtag roguelike conversations like I'm doing, cause I'm a baller, yeah, and I'm a streamer, yeah, but that's not my identity, yeah. Whatever that is, it's working. It is working. It is working. Mr. Krabs is in there. Okay, I need the scale increased. There we go. Oh my god, that's so much better. Now I can read chat easily. Oh man, this is so great. This is wonderful. I said goodness gracious. Girl, that booty so spacious. I said goodness gracious.
Disclaimer.
He's not an expert. Here's a platonic smooch and a way for you because Conky Talks is here for you.
Yeah. It's me, ya boy, Conky Talks. How you doing? It's me. Hello. I'm just gonna keep saying it's me. Zeffy, Travis, how you doing? Welcome in. Hello. Hope everybody's week has been going okay. I know I've been a pissed off baby boy. I've been very upset. I'm sure a lot of you have been too. Hey, Coach K, how's it going? Hello. Howdy. How's everybody doing today? What am I upset about? Well, there's been quite a few police killings. Sorry to be such a fucking downer, like right out of the gate, but Dante Wright We had a 16-year-old kid killed by Chicago police this past weekend. And there's been another shooting as well. There's been another shooting in Maryland. Another 16-year-old person. So, not to like start off on the wrong foot, but I think it's really important for, especially as a dude who is a white guy, I should be talking about this shit too. And I think it's something that we should be cognizant of because it's happening all the fucking time. We had Dante Wright happen on Sunday. I didn't see any information about the name of the person who was killed. Peyton Ham was yesterday. Lots of police brutality, and I can't help but I was talking about this actually a couple days ago with Zombie Kills, who's gonna be on the show eventually, by the way. But we're gonna be, I don't fucking know, man. It's just like, it's really frustrating to be in a place where this is just happening on a regular basis and there's no resolution for it. It's just, you know, rinse and repeat the same shit happening over and over and over and over again. And it's like, it's all excuses essentially. And we had our dumbass president, and I'm not talking about our former president, our current president, talking about how like there shouldn't be looting, there shouldn't be rioting related to this, like nonviolence is the answer. And it's like, do you not, like, you're literally just saying the same thing as our previous president was. Like, are you not even fucking, do you have no empathy, man? We lost a fucking person to another police officer. And so, I believe all this stuff is honestly just like we're at the boiling over point where this is happening on a regular basis because of the war on drugs. I think all of the things that I think a majority of the issues that we're facing right now, and I say we like it's me. No, I think a majority of what people of color, Black America is facing right now are the repercussions of the racist, this fucking music, dude, the racist laws and practices that were put in place during the Nixon era, for the war on drugs against Mexicans and black people. And that's proven. There's a bunch of fucking documentation related to that. Until we start addressing those things, like decriminalizing cannabis, yes, but it should be legal on a federal level. We need to roll back all of the war on drugs laws and incentivizations. I don't even know if that's a fucking word. All the laws and things that we put in place during the Nixon era, and abolishing private prisons and stop putting all this money into narcotics because it's literally killing people. It's the Jim Crow shit that we have going on today. Incentives, yeah. Not incentivization. Is that even a fucking word? Like, what am I looking at? Incentivization? Incentivization. Hey, incentivization is a word. Wow, look at me using fucking English and shit. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, I talked about, or I didn't talk about this, but I posted on Twitter. I was like, as a person from IT, like my whole role in my current job, and I think like just how my brain is built, I don't know if it's gamer brain or whatever it is, but like once I've taken part in a system for a long enough space, and when I say system, I'm talking about like work systems. For me, after I get the fundamentals of how the system works, I can start to identify what the like core fundamental issues are, and it's all about the symptoms. So a lot of people get caught up on the symptoms, and that's really like what I feel like the government has been doing for the past fuck all, who knows, since the Nixon era. So they were like, okay, there's a drug problem, which is really like a black person Mexican problem, is what Nixon was saying. You know, like Nixon wanted to put blacks and he was racist and wanted blacks and Mexicans out of the United States. So he's like, how do we do that? Well, we have to create propaganda surrounding, you know, the race, do racist tactics without being racist, which is essentially like, you know, it's the war on drugs. So the war on drugs essentially incentivized police officers to not solve murder rates and instead imprison people of color. And in return, as a result of that, I feel like I'm saying more than one word, and it's because I'm having trouble like speaking because it makes me fucking upset. But the whole system, the whole judiciary system, the justice system changed to get people into prisons. And then we got the private prison industrial complex behind it. So now we have incentivized systems for imprisoning people who need help with drug abuse and that do not rehabilitate people. And then we have a homeless problem, a homeless and mental health issue problem that happens as a result of us pursuing the war on drugs. I feel like the war on drugs to me is like the biggest fucking thing that like needs to go away. Everything needs to be rolled back. Like, I don't see any other process for this. And so going back to what you were talking about, Zeffy, like our government officials not knowing what to do. I don't think they choose to do that. I think they honestly are outdated. They're outdated software. They're fucking outdated software. Okay. We have a society that is moving and progressing at a faster rate than what the government can do to assist us, and the officials that are in place are outdated software. So they need to leave. There needs to be new laws, new whatever in place so that whoever's in there, they can't be there past like 40 years. Because now you're making decisions for future generations and you have no fucking concept of what the world is like. And it was the most apparent when they were interviewing Mark Zuckerberg, and these fucking old assholes are shaking their phones. What are you doing with my phone? Like, what are you doing? What are you fucking doing, dude? It's not even learning new tricks, Zeffy. They literally they're complacent. They're complacent individuals who are so out of touch and so rich that they don't know what it's like to be a fucking American anymore. They are spoiled and complacent, just like my fucking parents. My fucking parents are that, you know? Two, get rid of qualified immunity for police. 3, participate in local government. 4, everybody needs to watch The Wire. Yes, I feel like that's like a fucking mandatory thing. Also, did you look at the details on this shirt? Shout out to Insert Coin and Okadrian. How fucking neat is that, dude? Super fucking neat, dude. Also, James, how you doing, man? I'm gonna be honest, I've just been thinking about Street Fighter all week. Steph got into it with her mom last night because she was throwing the boot. Dude, all of our parents are throwing the fucking boot. Most of our parents, I should say. Most of our parents. Reading their it was all through text. Dude, as soon as I started talking, if I would have started talking like that with my parents, I would have not let up. Like, dude, it is so fucked up. I just don't get it. I don't understand I don't understand what's going on. I do understand what's going on. We've got outdated software. That's what it is. In other good fucking news, did y'all see that guy that that like assaulted a young black guy who was walking in the neighborhood and he got arrested? They found out who he was. He was an army officer or some shit, and he got reported to his CO. And they were like, "Dude, you're fucking up." It was the most. I don't know what he's. I don't know. He's probably out on bail. But he's such a what a piece of shit, dude. Like I was so fucking infuriated watching this video. Like what did I say? I said after watching the video and seeing this guy's mugshot, I was like, love that the internet assists with accountability and information related to assholes who totally have had a history of doing this shit off social media. Yeah, I mean, that was the Biden thing, right? When Biden got into office, he was like, okay, now we have to like sweep our military for fucking racist extremists. Also, hi, Dobbs Scottson. You're a hunk. Good to see you. Always good to see you, Scott. Hi, you are. Wait, what? What? Yeah, man. I mean, we were talking about this like when we were at Al's. You're a hunk, dude. You're a fucking hunk. I just like I don't get it. I don't fucking get it, dude. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I think if you're on mobile, it's probably because of a delay, or maybe it's my chat. There's a chance it's my chat. Yeah. What else has been going on? I've just been really mad and upset. I did yoga today. That was nice. I thought I could sweat out and like come to stream a little bit zenned out, but I'm like, I still want to fuck shit up, dude. I still want to fuck shit up. It's just like this entire week, I just can't even fucking handle it. Like, okay, everything's opening up back now. Guess we can get back to fucking killing people. Dude. Wait, why isn't Keck W working? Hold on. Oh shit, I don't have that emote. Okay. Added to channel. If Keck Wade is there, I'm gonna laugh. Dude, Keck Wade is there, but not Keck W. Fuck, dude. Steve's fucking up. Dashboard. Emotes. Dashboard. Somebody made like an HD version of it, the emote, and it bothers me. Okay. Hey, Whale, how are you? Good to see you. So today, okay, we're giving away a t-shirt today. I don't know if anybody saw my tweet from today, but I got super wrapped up in playing Rad, and this is what happened last on the talk show. I forgot about the giveaway in this. Oh, I forgot about the giveaway. Well, that's stream, everybody. Oh, I forgot about the giveaway. Okay, it's unfair for me to do a giveaway right now. We'll do it later. I'm sorry. I forgot about the giveaway. I literally ended stream, just like immediately.
Mwah. Ciao, baby.
And then I ended stream. I just fucking ended stream, dude. Math stream, everybody. I just ended stream. I just ended stream because I fucking forgot about the giveaway. Okay, so we're giving away an XP Talk Show t-shirt. I still, Trash, I don't know if you're here, but if you are, I don't have my viewer list up because I want to take care of my mental health, blah, blah, blah. But this is the shirt we're giving away today. I have medium. I think I have small, medium, and large and extra large t-shirts available. They're beautifully printed. They're very comfortable. No, you can't play that sound. I didn't die in worms? What are you fucking talking about? Are you saying pow? What are you saying, Travis? Is Travis saying pow? What are you saying? Right now, they are just giveaways. Right now they are just giveaways. So we're going to open the giveaway, type in !boy if you want to enter. Those shirts are not available for sale. They're exclusively giveaways right now. So make sure you enter. We will give away them before the end of stream. I promise I won't fucking forget like last time. And we're going to have a good time. Also, in a weird, like, change in events, my most popular video right now on YouTube that's, like, on its way to almost 1,000 views is my Bob Lazar alien video. Like, everybody fucking watched, like, so many people watch this video. The Monster Hunter shirt, right? Dude, this shit is fucking super sick. Super sick. 400 of those viewers are aliens trying to figure out what you know. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, Jacked. Thank you. I keep wanting to say Jacked Whale, and then I'm just gonna say whale. And then I can't decide, and I say Jacked, and then I say whale, and I say Jacked Whale. One of these days I'm gonna Freudian slip, and I'm gonna be like, Jacked. You know? But yeah, 410 views, and so far, like, there's 7 likes and 2 people don't like it, and I'm like, okay, I don't care. You're still engaging. You're still watching it. But we just for everybody who missed my conversation last time, Leia was talking about her online experiences with gaming. That's published on the YouTube channel. Our conversation with Herbanoid Harry was published about leadership and taking the blame. That's all on YouTube right now. So, oh man, sexy stream time. Travis, I see you in the YouTube chat too. What are you doing? Why are you watching in both places? Yeah, whale is fine. Yeah, you've said that before. I remember, but like my brain gets indecisive. I got my application in to enter game development, a 2-year certificate to expand my horizons. Hell yeah! Steve in Stereo. That's a good fucking name, dude. I should probably take that. Steve in Stereo, baby. So what are we gonna be doing today? What am I fucking talking about? Yeah, I don't know what it is about having ADHD, but there are certain moments that like forever stick into my brain, especially if I see the person and interact with them on a regular basis, right? But like there are certain moments that just are forever there or stay there for a long time. And I think it has to do with my ADHD. I don't think it has to do with having a good memory. But yeah, congrats, coach. What aspect of game development are you getting into? Level design. Hell yeah, that's super cool. Ooh. You have a friend at Respawn, huh? That's pretty sick. You know what I was here, I'll show y'all really quick this Instagram account that's inspired me to like get into Blender. So I don't know if anybody is aware, but for me, as a creative boy. I went to school for 3D animation, and there is hold on one second. Where the fuck do I go? Do I go here? No. Instagram sucks, dude. I fucking don't like it. Saved, tagged, no. Settings. Like, I just want to see what I fucking liked. Why is it so hard? Privacy and security. Professional account, no. Manage contacts. Like, why? Why the fuck? I feel like, oh, you know what? It's probably easier to find on my phone, and then I'll post. I gotta be careful, because, like, there's some people on Instagram that post some shit. I'm like, yo, can't show that on stream. AKA James's girlfriend. Just kidding. But for real, I can't show that on stream. Your activity? Is that what it is? Links? No. Follow? No. Hello? Atworth, thanks for the host, bud. Does James have an OnlyFans? Yeah, it's only farts. Sorry. I'm sorry for saying that. Oh, here it is. Okay, so his name's Grand Chamaco. Grand Chamaco. Okay, so this guy has... Hold on. This person has inspired me to look into... what the hell is going on here? Oh, it's me. It's me that's going on. One second. Atwert, how you doing? Onlyfarts.com. It's .com. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this guy, he has been... So I want to get back into 3D animation, and I thought I would try out Blender because it's free. This guy does all his work in Cinema 4D, but it looks phenomenal. Like, look at this stuff. Atworth's got a Tonely fans, yeah. That's awesome, Coach. I'm glad that you got eventually back to circle, or got to circle back with to like something you care about, because that's what I'm trying to get back into. Has a very high learning curve. I mean, for me, it's going to be practice, right? So it's going to be super simple. But like all of this stuff was super inspiring to see because it's not super complicated. You know, it's really just modeling and then like creating a small rig that does some slight movement, and it looks phenomenal. It's like modern claymation. Yeah, this is all done with Cinema 4D. It looks really clean, and it, like, I mean, a lot of this stuff is just really beautifully done. You know what honestly like really inspired me to like want to do this too? I've been collecting SoftUB figures. SoftUB SoftUB figures for a long time. And I would love to be able to model mine and eventually like make one. You know, like how cool would that be? And you just 3D print it, right? I've got friends who 3D print. I'd be more than happy to commission like my own figure. That'd be really fucking cool. Oh, have a great hike, Whale. Thanks for stopping by. It's always good to see you. They have really good shaders, yeah. I just tried to take a selfie in my XP Talk Show t-shirt using my feet, but I'm wearing b-ball shorts and my dick fell out. So I'm not going to send you that one. Okay. That's a planet I want to live on? Yeah, super chill, huh? Like, look at this. This is so cool. Like, why does he have shit on his shoulder? Just for fun. And I didn't actually think about, like, how this person modeled anything. Oh, this is fucking cool. This one's cool. Like, this is just super simple. Like, what the fuck is in his mouth? What is that? Send that one to me. Like, super cool. All this stuff is just, I love that. I don't know. There's a few artists that I follow that make figures, like Popo. Here, I'll show you. Popo Studio. So this person has been making figures for a long time. This is the figure or character that this person created. And they have different variations of it, but like this would be awesome. Like I would love to sculpt that. You know what I mean? It's super neat. I really am a big fan of like the SoftUB vinyl toy community. Candy Bolton's probably one of my favorite artists. I recently just got one of her SoftUB figures recently. This Kaiju Bake Kujira. So this is an original. This is her OC. This is the pour. She did the custom pour and molding and all of this. And she's been making this figure for a really long time. Like, look, these are beautiful. I can't believe I got one, in all honesty, because like these things sell out almost immediately. Like, here's a smaller version of that. And she's a phenomenal like artist. All of this is hand painted. She uses like a stencil technique to get this imaging in here. This Godzilla went for $1,300. Like, this is her job. She loves doing this shit, you know? It's a beautiful, beautiful art. It's amazing. Just super cool. And oh my god, this custom is so fucking neat. So she didn't make this figure, but she did do all of the painting for this. Like, absolutely nuts. Just super impressive overall. Like, I can't believe she's just been doing this for a really long time, and you can tell. Like, you can tell she's been doing this for a while. One really cool figure, is it Nerchen Instagram? One other artist I just found out about, is it Godzilla 825? Yes. So I just pre-ordered this. He's taking this whole Godzilla series, and he's got like a Yakuza version of Godzilla that's super fucking cool. But he had like a small series run of, here it is, Robo Nozilla. No, that's not it. It's, where is it? Like the teenage years of the Godzilla monsters. Here we go. Like this one, this is so fucking cool. Like Ginora as a fucking teenager with like his anime hair and like a volleyball and shit. They read 3 different kinds of manga. Shut up, Ed. Shut up. I really wanted this one. This one was really cool. Like, these are the 3 figures. So they come with like a Super Nintendo console. This one had like a Game Boy and a video cassette. Like, these are, it's really cool to see people's like take on their childhood, and then they just like put it into pop culture. And it's, I don't know, it was just, it's really fucking cool to see. There's so many creative people in the toy Sofubi community. Like my first figure ever, my first custom figure ever was Frankie Mysterio. Hold on. Instagram. I think I spelled his name wrong. Yeah, I did. So this guy's been making these like kaiju customs for a long time. He's recently been doing a lot of like painting and like getting other people's works and doing his own takes on them, but his originals are, I would say, like just extremely unique. Hold on one second. These are all customs he's painted. Oh, here we go. So here's one of his custom figures. Like, they make the mold, they cast these things. And it's a super diverse community. Like, this guy's from Mexico, and he's been doing this shit for, God, who knows how long now. I'm trying to see. These are all mostly customs that he's doing, like custom paint works. His original work is like a little bit mixed in here. Oh shit, he got a Real Head. Has anybody ever heard of Real Head? I feel like I've talked about him on stream. What was the first guy's name of that? The Godzilla guy, Etwert? Or are you talking about somebody else? Oh, it's Godzilla 85. Here's there's his link. The artist's name is Noger Chen. That's the Godzilla guy. Oh, the first guy. That was Grand Camacho or Kamako or Chamaco. Here you go. There's his Instagram. Dude's super cool, super talented. The other guy, I'm trying to think of who my second figure, who like. Oh yeah, I was about to talk about Real Head. So Real Head is a phenomenal custom works dude in Japan. His figures go for, his large figures, like these guys right here, they go for like 80 to 120 bucks. They sell now for like $800+ depending on complexity. His whole shop is dedicated to making these figures. Like, look at how fucking cool these are. I know I've talked about these before. There's no way I've like not talked about Real Head on stream. Like, this shit is just like, all of it is so fucking amazing. Clearly inspired by Dragon Ball Z, Marvel. Like, there's a bunch of inspirations on here. And the guy's cool as fuck. I was hoping I was going to get one of these guys when I went there, but most of this is just like a display. They're not really for sale. He does like one custom a week, and then whatever's left he like sells. Like, this is a Mickey Mouse inspired one. Like, this is fucking cool as shit, dude. All of these are so fucking cool. Like, custom painted, molded, cast. It's such a beautiful beautiful. Oh, look at One Punch Man. That's so dope. Did somebody say pow? Are you saying pow? Are you saying pow? What are you saying? But it's super cool. Like, I don't know. The SoftUB and toy community is some of my, that's what I use my Instagram for. So it's mostly just by looking at other artists. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at all the time. Monster Mind Toys is a really cool one too. Monster Mind Toys. This guy is based in China. He makes some phenomenal single pieces and works with quite a few other figure makers as well to like make their own make the molds and stuff for the figures that they want to create. No, I don't, Kadami, but if I was to get into 3D modeling, I think I would want to make my own. I think it would be really cool to be able to 3D model and make my own figure and then have it printed. It's something to collect, yeah. I mean, it's an appreciation for art, the craft that goes behind it, and I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to learning how to do any of this stuff. It would just be, it would be a pain in the ass. But yeah, this is professional 3D modeling. This is where it starts. You know? So you give them the 3D like modeling files and then they could produce like a figure or something like that. Pretty badass. Just super cool. Just super cool shit. I'd love to see that side of your brain. Yeah, I think that's my hardest. I would love to, like, I don't know. I think the hardest part, right, for me is like being able to learn about stuff. I know that sounds kind of like, so if the learning curve for something, especially like Blender or like creating figures or something like that, is especially high. The worst part about having ADHD for me is that it's very hard for me to get past humps. So if I'm not learning the way that I'd like to learn, then eventually I'll just drop it and I'll move on to a different project because like I've hit a wall of not learning anything and there's like a plateau. And I find that that's the case for a lot of the things that I'm learning. Like I'm learning Japanese right now on my phone and I haven't used the app in like maybe a week. And I'm paying for a pro subscription for the year. And the reason why I put it down was because I'm at a space where like I keep hitting a wall of things are too hard and I'm still learning the same lessons and it's not helping me get any better at it. And so like the next step would be like practicing and talking with people, but like I can't fucking do that. And I'm not like typing out Japanese and learning Japanese like just by speaking it are two different things. So it's I'm in a weird space right now. And so my biggest problem with like learning new things is that I easily get discouraged because of my childhood growing up the way I did, where everybody was telling me that I wasn't smart enough or like I wasn't like focusing enough to like do something. And when I would finally do something, they'd be like, oh, finally Steve's doing it. You're finally doing it. Like, it was like, even if I win or I lose, I'm being punished for trying. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't like I wasn't incentivized to do any better because eventually what starts to happen is like, the difference doesn't matter to me because either way, people are going to treat me like shit. So I only really excelled at things that people like held my hand in or like talked to me about on a regular basis. And so, yeah, I think like pursuing something like this, I would love to be able. I think like to learn this, Blender's a free program, so that barrier is dissolved, which is great. Now it's a matter of like, okay, so what's the best and easiest way for me to learn the program, and where do I go to learn said program? And then, what happens when I hit a wall with Blender? I think my ideal way of learning any 3D modeling or programming would be in a VR environment where I could literally like pick up stuff with no repercussions, Control Z, whatever I fucked up, and like literally 3D model the thing that I want to make. And that's always like, you know, I don't know if there's even programs like that. Like, can you, let me see, can you 3D model in VR? Oculus has tapped into character art with its VR 3D modeling experience. Medium and even Mozilla is jumping by creating the web-based painting tool. Painting 3D modeling. Gravity Sketch. Let's take a look at this.
Welcome to Gravity Sketch 1.5. We're going to show you a couple.
Like, this is fucking cool, dude. What? I would love to do this. $3D modeling in VR? Jesus. Tilt brush, that's not gonna work. Substance Painter. Most of you already know Substance Painter, the reference texturing app for 3D animators at VFX Studios. So it's $120 to buy. I mean, that's cheaper than fucking Adobe, who charges you $300 to cancel. Oculus Medium. Mozilla Painter. Like, this is fucking cool, dude. That's so cool. Yeah, I think so too, Outward. I think so too. Okay, well, thanks for listening to me talk about like SoftUB figures and toys for so long. As far as like tonight's question, and also don't forget, we are still giving away a XP Talk Show t-shirt. So if you'd like to win one, exclamation point Baboy in the chat if you haven't entered it already. Zeffy, I would love to do that if I could actually do that. I got to learn how to 3D model again first. What am I doing? Game. No. I updated the game to rad. Tonight's question, if anybody wants to discuss it in the chat, bam. If you had an infinite amount of money / power, what would be the first thing you would do with it? Let's get to the game. I think that's a good question. I think it's very telling about the kind of person or individual you are to do that. Buy everyone's debt. But then what happens, Centurion? What happens? What happens after that?
I mean, from what I hear, the ancients kind of had it coming. When the MX-1s came and spread the fallout, most things were toast. But after that is when things got really weird.
Shut up, Edward.
By the time the second apocalypse came around, we were totally like, seriously? At least, that's what the Elder tells us. The Menders meant well, but something went wrong with all those machines. Like, really wrong. They just, poof, disappeared and left things worse than before they started. And I guess that just leaves us, the survivors. We live in the now because we don't know if there will be a tomorrow.
Sounds like us.
At least we have each other.
Okay,
Scream for vengeance.
you got it. All right, we're playing a game called Rad. It is a roguelike,
Loading.
focusing primarily on leveling up your character by genetically mutating them and killing mutated monsters in game. Pretty neat. This game was created and made by, I think it was published by Double Fine. I can't remember the, I think the devs are Double Fine. But it was one of my favorite games that came out, one of my favorite roguelites that came out in 2019. I don't know if anything else came out during that time. What other roguelites came out around that time? I have no idea. But it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. But yeah, Cetron, buying everybody else's debt would be definitely on top of my list for sure. Like, guess what? Nobody owes anything. If you would use it for, does that include like your family as well? Is that what you're referring to? Like, would you start with your family and then go with everyone else? Because that's, I'm sure everybody else would do that. I feel like that's not really a selfish endeavor. Like, if I ever hit the lottery, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of my family and shit. Whatever's left over, I'm definitely gonna be spending it on the people that I care about. I always joked about this, but I think it honestly would be like a really valid thing to do. Would be
Fireheart mutation.
infinite amount. Yeah, I did say infinite. I did say infinite. Medical debt, student loans, yeah. Yes. I feel like Jeff Bezos could do that shit easily, you know? The fact that he isn't doing that is... That dude's a fucking supervillain. Let me know how the game volume is, by the way, if you need me turned up louder or the game quieter. Just give me a heads up. Save the World Dream Team? Dude, we need that shit right now. I wouldn't never believe the wonders that a soft vignette could do for your face. I wouldn't never believe the wonders that a soft vignette. Jordan, you're too artistically savvy, and I am not in comparison, so I don't know what you're even saying. Oh, I would never believe the wonders that a soft vignette could do for your face. Wait, are you saying for me? Are you talking about me? I need to look up what the word vignette mean. Vignette? Vignette? Vignette is a shorter and descriptive piece of writing that captures a brief period in time. Vignettes are more focused on vivid imagery and meaning rather than plot. I have no idea what you mean. Oh, gotcha. Okay, you like the soft, like, gradient. Okay. You articulate that shit like way more than I ever could, so. I wish Bezos had a better supervillain power than getting his workers to piss in bottles and not unionize about it. I mean, he's the boring kind, the selfish asshole kind. You know what I mean? Hey, Tyrion. How did I get the gradient? It's just an image mask. Everybody does like hard image masks on Twitch, like circles and fucking clouds and like, well, nobody does clouds, but a lot of people do circles. A lot of people do like squares with like a border or whatever. I wanted to like not obstruct the gameplay as much, so I created my own I created my own image masks. You can't take money with you when you die. That's true. Or you could just never die. Has anybody, I know this is a weird question, so forgive me if like you all don't know what I'm talking about, and I will elaborate. Has anybody read the books, the Maximum Ride Angel Experiment? Does anybody know what that book series is? I think it's by James Patterson. The little angsty, like, I don't know. I would consider that like book series very much along the lines of like, I don't know, like a more science fiction version of like Harry Potter, or what else? What else is a good comparison? Harry Potter, the fuck. What the fuck is that series? Twilight? An actual, like, I don't know. Transhumanisty? Yeah, I mean, Maximum Ride, the Angel Experiment. So the whole book, I'm not going to spoil, well, I guess it's kind of spoilers, but basically they reveal a society of people who just they choose to not die by transplanting their entire organs. On like a 100-year basis, and then they change their name and like all that other shit. So basically the dictators of the world that help run things, the fucking rich assholes that can afford to do this procedure, they remain in power because they're swapping out their internal organs and transplanting them with new ones. Because theoretically, you know, the only reason why you die is because your organ tissue and all that stuff stops working efficiently, and as you age, that stuff stops, you know, keeping you alive. So they avoid that by replacing their entire organs, like doing an organ transplant, but it's everything, which is kind of wild. Like, I don't think there should be any billionaires in the world. That's my take on it. Like, there should never be a Jeff Bezos. You know, like, that should never... Once you get $1 billion, like, guess what? All that money that you're gaining, like, that's gonna go to healthcare. That's gonna go towards, you know... Like, capitalism doesn't work for us. It works for the individual. It works for the people who already have money, is really what it comes down to. That could be the next Evangelion movie. I still need to see Evangelion. Everybody like memes and talks about that fucking movie, and I know it's gonna be good. I haven't had the chance to watch it. Paused. They do that in Altered Carbon, really? There's a Dr. Rowe book where people keep re-uploading their consciousness into new bodies, people having like 5 master degrees. Oh my god. I mean, eventually you're talking about gods, right? So... There's something interesting related to just like what that does to your mentality, because I'd imagine that as a human, after a certain amount of years, I don't know if it's like you become numb or jaded or whatever it is, but I'd like to think that the longer you live, the more the ego sort of dissolves into just your true self. And I guess this is where we get into an interesting conversation. Like, I don't know how everybody feels about using words like God or like, you know, true self or soul or whatever. I find these words to have multiple meanings to different people. For me, the way I guess I would explain this is that I feel like everybody has sort of a truth, a inner truth, a God, a divine self. That's a better way to put it. A divine self that's like inside them that they can access and talk to and understand and kind of like learn from, if they choose to listen to themselves. I know that's kind of weird, but basically what I'm saying is that the longer you're alive or the more life you've experienced, the more you're able to tune into that divine self and like talk to yourself and get like actual, understanding and knowledge. Yeah, we didn't evolve for this. Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, subjective truth. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, because the reason why I say that is because in my own life experience, I've had it where like I felt like I'm lost and I don't really know what to do. But every single fucking time, I get to a point where like I feel like I don't know what to do, and I talk to somebody, they say something that I know in my heart of hearts to be true, and that usually has to do with like my inability to acknowledge my own truth, if that makes sense. And I think that a lot of people kind of go through that, or like they have the answer inside themselves the whole time, but you need like a sounding board, or the confidence in yourself and your decision making isn't high enough, or your experience isn't high enough for you to really like comprehend and understand it. And sometimes, I do think that like in order to understand things, you do need to experience failure and fuck ups and all the good and bad things of life in order to be like a more, I don't know, to really like trust yourself with your decision making. But I don't know. It's an interesting conversation nonetheless.
Bankroll.
Nice. I've got like poison goop trails. Okay. All right. There's nothing over here? Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you need someone from outside to remind you. Yeah. I feel like that's what a lot of advice is. And the reason why, like, when you listen to like gurus or people who've like had the life experience or similar life experience to you, and they speak on that, you're like, fuck yeah, dude, I totally like, I'm in the same vibration as you. It's because they're in the same, we were talking about this actually yesterday. I was talking about it with Edward and James, about how like there are just some people that you resonate with on a more, like real level. They're closer to like the vibrational accord, or like when we talk about vibes, what we're talking about is like vibrations, right? Like actual sound. And there are people who like really mesh and like go along with that, and I think it has to do with like the life experiences that they've had that are super similar to yours. And I think it has to do with like, I don't know, your demeanor, your timidness, like your mood, your overall mentality. And so I can't help but think that the divine self is sort of in that same place. Hey Cooks, how are you? Good to see you. We're talking about some pretty deep shit right now. Wow, this does a lot of damage. I don't even need to attack these enemies. They're just going to chase me and die. There we go. Look at that. Look at us doing shit. Look at us. Okay, am I gonna level up here? What the hell? Oh, there we go. I was like, where the hell's that? Okay. Art mod. There we go. Okay, so now I have 3 last hearts, it looks like, instead of 2. Okay, that's not really a great upgrade, but I'll take it. I tell you what, though, there is the shop that's outside of here had probably one of the power-ups I need later on. So let's see what we got. Because I've got $50, so... What do you got for me? Increases walk speed, increases range. I'd rather have the speed increase. Yeah, cause it goes well. We had like we were talking about some art at the beginning of stream. We were talking about the police brutality we've seen. Peyton Ham and Dante Wright, and just like a lot of, I don't know, the same old shit happening. And then we're doing roguelike conversations. So the reason why we got into the deep talk is because tonight's question is if you had like infinite money / power, what would be the first thing that you do with it? And Cetron was talking about canceling like all debt, you know, like paying for everybody's debt, which I thought was pretty noble, you know, to go to that space. I think like that's a really, that's something that everybody's struggling with. And I totally agree. That's something that would be fucking awesome. It should be already happening with the military budget we have. Yeah, it doesn't really solve the problem, quote unquote, right? But what it'll do is it'll allow people to live. So you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. Because right now, like, I don't know. We talked again about this in the beginning of stream, but I'm totally okay with talking about it again. Like the way we had the system that is in place to keep poor people poor, and keep people in terrible situations, all I think really does stem from the war on drugs and the incentivization of continuing that pursuit for money, essentially taking advantage of poor people and profiting off of them. So like if you can take people out of debt and give them money and the means to survive, even like let's say it wasn't even a job, like if you had infinite money and power, you could technically start universal basic income, right, for anybody. I think that would be pretty fucking neat. Like that's a pretty decent start. Imagine like all the homeless people having a place to stay or being able to afford housing because of what you're able to do with the programs you'd be able to fund. Yeah, immediate relief with the first breath of fresh air. That's beautifully said. I don't want to eat the rich, I just want to eat. True that, though. I mean, when you say eat the rich is a destructive mentality, I mean, I think like any sort of... You should not be able to be so rich that you can influence entire countries. You know what I mean? That's a little bit too rich for my blood. Yeah, exactly, Cetron. Yeah, the boogeyman for Republicans or anybody who's like essentially against helping poor people is really just saying you don't want to help people of color. And that's what there's a really great book, and if anybody, I don't know if anybody's into like audiobooks or anything. I myself listen to audiobooks because like it's really hard for me to focus on books without like sound or whatever. I know that sounds fucking stupid, but basically what I'm saying is I have a hard time focusing because I have ADHD, and I found audiobooks to be like a good way to alleviate that. The book the new Jim Crow details essentially all of what's wrong with the judicial system, and focuses primarily on the war on drugs as like the main way that we're gonna essentially resolve resolve the racism in this country and the militarization of the police and
Pause.
all the stuff we're
Bitchin'. Ka-ching.
what the fuck? I don't know what's happening. Wait, can I? What is that? What is this temporary or something? Oh, okay, so it's a temporary power up. Yeah, the new Jim Crow, Jordan. It's real good. But it details the war on drugs and how like the reason why the war on drugs is in place is to keep people in power, or people of color, oppressed, and as a result, and this is I think this is an unintended. Well, I don't know if it's unintended. I don't know. It's hard to say what's unintended and what's not intended. But essentially, by creating an incentivized system to imprison black people, Hispanics, people of color, you create a judiciary system that becomes biased towards people of color because those are the people who are going to courts for laws that are unjust. Like the whole judicial, our justice system, quote unquote, is not a justice system. It's designed to put people in prison. That's what it's designed to do. Anybody who says otherwise, it clearly doesn't know how our fucking system works. And anybody who's preaching like self-accountability can fuck right off, because that's not a way to resolve an issue. Oh, you just need to not do crimes. Wow. That's literally just playing a video game, just saying don't die, forehead. Like that's literally, you're fucking saying the same thing. I think money is definable by equity through those, Seffi. Power is really just about societal dynamics that can easily be defined in the current reality. That's a lot of big words, Cooks. That's what I gotta say. Money is power. You know what I mean? Money is power. Power is money. It's the same. I guess like if we lived in a tribal society, money wouldn't mean anything, right? Or if everything was reset, we'd be using fucking bottle caps, like in Fallout or some shit. Land of the free is it's a complete joke. Well, we were sold the idea of what America is, but it's not actually what America is. You know, America is great if you're white. That's pretty much it. That's what you got going for you. If you're white, you're pretty much in a good spot. You probably won't run into many issues, unless you grow up in a poor part of the country. Then it doesn't matter what color you are. Not comparing trauma, like I grew up in a poor neighborhood. My mom worked hard. We're white though, you know what I mean? Like you can come out of that a lot easier. But if you're, oh my goodness, but if you're a person of color, the chances of you like getting out of the situation you are I don't know what the statistics are, but it's a lot worse. It's a lot harder. Like even my wife, she's not black, but she's a person of color. She's Filipina. As soon as she changed her last name to mine, she was getting job offers like way quicker than what she was beforehand.
Paused.
But people were / are property too. Yeah, I don't think they can easily be defined at all, but there's a lot of ways to go about it. Poverty unites abroad but divides within. 100%. I'm honestly not trying to be a contrarian here, but why can't they? So let's talk about just what I know. And again, like I'm not a fucking expert, okay? So take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm streaming on Twitch, and this is shit that like I've just been intaking passively over the past like couple years. So let's say you were born well, here, let's just look up statistics really quick, because I can do that, right? And then we can verify those statistics together. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's just look up divorce rates in America. Or hold on. Single family homes. No, not single family. Single parent statistics by race. Okay, let's start there. Among solo parents, so this is from pewresearch.org, social trends. What is this? Social and demographic trends. Okay. So 1 in 4 parents living with a child in the United States today are unmarried, driven by declines in marriage overall, as well as increases in birth outside of marriage. Marks dramatic change from a half century ago when fewer than 1 in 10 parents living with their children were unmarried, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I actually don't want to get into statistics, just because, like, I feel like this is going to take away from the main point. So, let's just talk about addiction, because I know about that, okay, as a former addict myself. So, when it comes down to addicts, people who get addicted to substances, negative behaviors, or behaviors in general, and this statistic, again, is like, I'm pulling off of this from a book that I read by Gabor Mate, who's a psychologist and specialist in ADHD and addiction. In the book, Close Encounters with Addiction. That's what the book is called, Close Encounters with Addiction. When a child experiences something traumatic at a young age, it increases their likelihood to become addicted to a substance by, I think it's like 20 times, okay? Now, children that experience, that are involved in divorces, meaning like they're in a single-parent household, the likelihood that they're going to be addicted to a substance or negative behavior is increased by like 1,400 times. Okay. Now, just knowing that statistic, Cooks, if you were to go into a poor neighborhood, the idea that you would not encounter something traumatic, like, especially if you were black, right? Encountering like a police officer or something at school, and having a single parent like having to take care of you, and that parent maybe having to deal with the same vicious cycle of addiction or trauma that happened. Essentially, we don't have systems in place to get people rehabilitated and helped. So we created a system that imprisons people that need help, that need rehabilitation. And as a result of the system that we've created, we have poor mental health, suicide being in the top 10 like causes of death in the United States, and traumatic experiences happening on a regular basis, especially in poor communities and people of color, and that you're expecting people to succeed against all odds of that. So in terms of like the cards being stacked against you, they're higher because of that. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. But let me know if you have any questions. Hey, Clover, good to see you. I'm going to increase my size here a little bit. I'm growing. Boop, 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 boop. There's more though, please hold. Okay, you got it. Yeah, no problem.
Offering accepted.
What the hell? Offering accepted. What do you mean? Hey, Jack. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Oh, we're gonna get a free power up. Hey, Hannah. How are you? Good to see you. I hope you've been well as you can be. Have I seen Blindside? Maybe. Is that a movie? Let me take a look. Blindside. The Blindside. Oh, no, I have not. Sport drama. Let me see. 2009. Wow. Written and directed by John Lee Hancock, based on a book. National Football League with the help of his adopted parents. Okay. Michael Big Mike talking to an NCAA investigator. Michael's been in foster care with different families in Tennessee due to his mother's drug addiction. Every time he's placed in a new home, he runs away. Bert Cotton, the coach, blah, blah, blah. School staff tell Michael that his father has died. Okay. That's a lot of trauma. Why are you asking about that movie, Jack? That's kind of out of nowhere, huh? Oh, Blindside UK, 100%. Blindside's fucking cool as hell. Okay, he's a good dude. I thought you were talking about a movie. I was like, the fuck? This game is called Rad, R-A-D. It's a roguelike that takes place in a futuristic setting where you are able to genetically modify yourself to fight monsters that are in the game. The whole point of it is to like get resources and bring them back to the camp where all the regular humans are located. Full Mojo Rampage a little bit. I've never seen that game, Cetron. Oh man, Minneapolis has been a trip, but been volunteering and helping out. That's amazing, Hannah. We were talking about Dante and Peyton at the beginning of stream, and the police brutality that's just been fucking rampant, and what we think the issue is. It actually stemmed the question that we have for the chat today. It was about like, if you had infinite money and power, like what would you do? What would you do with that? What would be the first thing you do? I had a delivery in downtown Minneapolis today. Saw no less than 10 fully armed National Guard members. Quite jarring. Yeah, there's been videos and stuff going on about like them just firing into the crowds with like tear gas and all that other shit. And it's like, y'all aren't helping. The occupation vibes, yeah. If you asked me, Jack, if I saw Blindside UK, I totally would have known who you're talking about. Blindside's a good acquaintance of the stream. He's a good dude. Had some really good conversations while playing Sekiro and talking to that guy. Ow. Oh shit.
Bankroll.
Okay, dude. Come on. There we go. We're talking about police abolition. We were talking about ending the war on drugs. What else were we talking about? We were talking about how... What the hell is this? Oh, that's cool.
Temporary toxic heart.
That'll keep me from taking toxic damage for 3 hits. What else we were talking about? Yeah, we were talking about police brutality. We were talking about ending the war on drugs. We were talking about how like, how the war on drugs was like is essentially the main cause for all the races. I feel like a majority of the racism that we're seeing in the United States, and the Jim Crow-ish shit that we've seen in the justice system. These are all all the symptoms of what we're seeing now with like police brutality and the militarization of the police and people enforcing like and arresting people and homelessness. All of these symptoms are the result of enforcing the war on drugs. That's what we were talking about. Oh shit, that was a lot of text. Hold on 1 second, Cooks. So yes, to your point, Zephy, I was referring to... Wait, hold on. Let me go back up because maybe I did miss text. There's more. Please hold. Okay, so this is the text. Okay, so I didn't miss it. I was referring to the power dynamic chat. I'm very much for rehabilitation and abolish for profit prisons, period, on the power chat. I honestly believe power and money go hand in hand because in our political sphere, it's very hard to succeed without money. Did you mean to say without money? On the lobbying statistically, even big PACs, maybe excluding the NRI, Big Tobacco, and cancel each other out in terms of sway to money spent. I find the article for it and post in Kong's Discord. Yeah, that would be great. That would be really great. Yeah, I think like just taking money out of politics is a really big deal. I don't think any corporations should be able to allow or should be able to donate to people who could hold positions of power in our political like environment, because these people are like with during the whole Trump era, we had people who were like that were being nominated for the EPA. That guy, I can't remember his fucking name. He was an asshole. He was a former Cold War lawyer, like suing green energy companies. He was going to be appointed to the head of the EPA. Like, that cannot happen. That is an affront to justice. You know, that's not for the people. MPD 150. Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm glad I caught that, Cooks, because I know what you meant. MPD 150 is a great resource on how historically MPD has, Minneapolis Police Department has consistently and cyclically done this during the entirety of their life. We continue to implement police reformation plans, and they continue to fold literally for the past 50 years. Yep. Yeah. I think like, I don't know. I feel like when it came down to, maybe I have a different opinion because I've seen The Wire, and I know that people like, I don't know if anybody's seen The Wire. It was a police drama that was available on HBO. I think you can still go back and watch it if you've got HBO Max and stuff. But basically that show outlines exactly like why or what happened to pretty much every state's police department as a result on the war on drugs and like the enforcement of drug policy. If people haven't seen it at all, like, I mean, I can't recommend it enough. I think like even though it's a show, there's a lot of truth in it, and I think like it's a great educational tool that lets people understand like the kind of things police had to, and I know like there's the perspective was the ACAB, right? So like all cops are bastards. I think that now that's the case. I don't think that was in the beginning when police were solving crimes. I don't think like police departments, depending on which states, obviously, I think the more south you get, it's probably a different story. But I don't. Based on the show, there's good people in all jobs, right? But when the system isn't working for the people and you're killing people on a regular basis, and we don't have a system of accountability, and we have a judicial system that is inherently racist because of the laws that have been put in place due to the war on drugs. We're just essentially fucking ourselves. You can't have we made police obsolete, like essentially because of that. They're no longer needed. Who else investigates themselves for wrongdoing? Exactly, yeah. I'm just not good with acronyms, Hannah, so like I was, you know. Who else investigates themselves for wrongdoing? Yeah. I mean, nobody, right? Oh, no, you're fine. I feel like anytime I see PD, it's like, okay, that's police department. So you can kind of make your own assumptions or whatever. Yeah, no justice. No justice, no peace. Yeah, and a lot of people too, like a lot of when it comes down to how the judicial system works, and again, this book, The New Jim Crow, goes over this quite a bit. But yeah, The New Jim Crow talks about how like the plea bargaining system that we have in the United States. Essentially, like, people will plead guilty just so they can go home early, but then they become a felon, or they get charged with like a felony charge, and then they lose their housing or their kids. And then, I mean, okay, so we have 65 million people who get out of prison, I think, per year or something like that on nonviolent drug charges, but are still, I think it's 65 million people. I can't remember the statistics. So again, grain of salt, but we've got 65 million people, roughly, every year who get out of prison as a result of nonviolent drug charges because they take a plea bargain so they can go home to their kids or go back to their job or whatever. And as a result, they may lose their housing, they may lose their kids, they may lose their job because of the felony charge. If they go to prison, if those people end up going to prison by pleading guilty and doing like 2 to 3 months or serving or whatever, and become a felon, or get charged criminally, and they don't have a place to stay because they no longer have a job, they have to go to public housing, right? So they have to go to public housing. When they go to public housing, guess what? There are laws in place and strict rules that were put in place by the Clinton administration. Shout out Clinton, fucking dummy. Clinton administration that left up to people who own public housing to do the one strike rule, where if you are, not only do you have to like keep your place clean, you have to have a job, blah, 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 which you probably can't get if you're a felon. Public housing won't be available to you if you violate any of those rules. So you're essentially homeless once you leave prison. And a lot of people who are former convicts, if they don't have family or a place to stay, they become homeless. And guess what? You can go back to prison. There's food there. There's it's a fucking cycle. The homeless population problem is a combination, I feel like, of like us not taking care of our veterans, with our poor mental health infrastructure, which isn't even a structure, and I think it's also a result of the war on drugs. Because of the war on drugs, the people that are veterans and seek assistance medically through opioids or other means, are doing so illegally, and then will get arrested and become it's just a fucking vicious cycle. We created a system to imprison people who need help, and poor people, and it's frustrating as fuck to talk about it. The reason why I say it's frustrating is because what do? You know what I mean? You vote local, you vote local, right? You look for people who have compassion policies related to substance use for your local government, and you vote those people in, and that's pretty much all we can do right now until our fuckhead old president is replaced by somebody who is more like Bernie Sanders, or not a part of the Republican or Democratic Party, because that shit is just a fucking joke. It's meant to be a cycle, yes. Yeah, it's supposed to be a cycle, yes. I 100% agree. It's designed to be a cycle, yeah. And I you know what? Now that you say that, Cetron, it really is like, when you say it's designed, it sounds like conspiracy theory shit, but that's really what it is. Like, you created a system that incentivizes the imprisonment of people who need help. And how are you going to make your money if you built an entire billion-dollar prison industry, trillion-dollar prison industry, off of this? Like, you have to keep sending people to prison. You put that new prison in your fucking, God, it's just fucking frustrating that people saw that. You know what I mean? Like, the people that are in charge of the country saw that, in charge of our states, saw that as a sustainable way for us to create revenue for the state. I was talking to Zombie about this yesterday, and she was talking to me about how Mississippi, there is one it's one federally funded prison. Everything else is private. There's just a lot going on in the world, and it makes you feel super fucking helpless. To like, it makes you feel super helpless to like know that this stuff exists and feel like you can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? And I think that's intentional. I think that's intentional. But that era of us not being able to do anything about it and organize is long gone. You know what I mean? We have the internet now. It's just a matter of time. It is intentional. It's 100% intentional. You have to sign a contract with a privatized prison in order for it to become built, you know, in your space.
Mutate.
So local governors will, I don't know. Again, everybody just watch The Wire, and I want you to come back to this channel and let me know what you think once you watch it. Because once you do, you're going to be like, okay, Steve, I now know like how fucked this is as a system. Because you have people who will get elected locally that have every good intention of fulfilling every promise that they were talking about while they were campaigning, and their arm will be twisted. Oh fuck, I'm dead. Their arm's gonna be twisted into just eating shit for their entire term, because there are people outside of the system that are influencing it with money and bullshit.
Tracks.
I guess the free market didn't incentivize actual rehabilitation. No, I mean, rehab is more sustainable. In the end, it would provide more dollars per capita than what we're spending.
Loading.
That's what all the research says. That's what successful countries like Denmark and Sweden are doing. You know, some states, I don't know what states are doing it right now, but the states that are currently like experimenting with that program where people can go do illegal substances like safely, like heroin and stuff, like I applaud them. You know, they're demonstrating what research has been showing in these different countries, and hopefully that, you know, research gets carried on to a state level. Right now, I think like federally we're ass backwards. Again, I said it at the beginning of the stream. And I'll say it again, but the software, our federal government software, aka the people that are leading this country, are outdated. It's all outdated software, and the only way it's going to get updated is if you do one drive at a time, aka one fucking state at a time, because we're forced to do that. Like, in order for us to get federal change, we now have to do it state by state. Because the software is outdated. You got to update all the other shit first, all the other drivers first before anything else can get accomplished, which is so fucking ass backwards. It pisses me off. Like, you're supposed to be, the federal government to me should be the fucking Justice League of government. You know what I mean? Like, you see what research is being done, you see the science being done, and you act on it, and you make everybody fall suit. That's going to better the people and the people's lives of the democracy. But that's not how it works right now. Right now, we have people who have infiltrated our government who are not for the people and are strictly there to get a fucking paycheck, sit on their ass for fucking 4+ years, if you're in Congress, even longer, and then yell at Mark Zuckerberg about why your fucking cell phone doesn't work the way you need it to. Like, go fuck yourself. Are you serious? As soon as, like, that interview was released, I was on full display. Like, Trump made us a joke? No, that interview was like a full showcase as to like how fucked we are. Oh my god.
Paused.
I just hate and distrust all levels of government here. The media is throwing us under the bus. We have to create our own community response groups to get any help because police have stopped responding to calls in some areas. I think that is why you see the community yelling out and mourning the huge numbers. Yeah. Curtains up, it's a clown show. Yes. And I know that this is some pretty like heavy talk, and maybe people are tired of it, and you go to Twitch to get entertained. But I'm gonna be honest. If you came here and like are upset about what I'm talking about, I don't need you here. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You go fuck yourself. This shit is super important, and y'all need to be cognizant of it. The days of like I'm not going to be politically active are fucking gone, because it's not about politics anymore. It's about human lives being lost. Like that's why we're raising money for Stop AAPI Hate! Exclamation point charity, baby. You want to donate to an amazing cause? Check it out. We broke our original goal of $500. We're doing $1,000. We're $1,050 right now of our $1,500 goal. And guess what? We're giving away an XP Talk Show t-shirt. If you type exclamation point baboy in the chat before the end of stream, you may be a winner. You want to see what it looks like? Check it out, baby. Look at this print job. Look at that. Golden monkey. It's beautiful. It's comfortable. It's screen printed locally in Chicago by some homies that do a fucking amazing job. Is it my size? That's a good question. I've got them in small, medium, large, and a few extra large. SSJ4 up in here? Oh, Super Saiyan. What's the J? Super Saiyan J. I don't know what the J is for. And Hannah, I can't even like don't even get fucking started about the media, the joke that is the fucking media. Like, reporters used to be for the people. That shit's not that anymore. It's not for us anymore. They're there to sell pharmaceutical bullshit. Every time we're gonna cut to commercial. Try ibodextrin. The
Well done,
ibodextrin. Symptoms may include bleeding out the eyes, anus, tear ducts, taint. You may develop holes in your heart. Die by 35. Like, dude. Don't even get me fucking started about the media. What a fucking joke. The fact that, like, I learn more from Twitter and reporters on the ground there is fucking abysmal. Like, absolutely suck my fucking dick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is a mature stream, okay? But that was very vulgar. It just gets me so heated.
floppy key. Paused.
Oh, Japanese dub. Gotcha. J is for disappointment. Yeah, I guess so. Literally have to, yeah, and you have to join the right groups in Facebook, otherwise you're gonna get anti-vaxxer shit and all that. Like, dude, give me a break. Give me a goddamn break, will ya? Is there a, Oh, there is a shop. Okay, I don't have enough cash. That's right. That's right. I have to follow community leaders specifically, and they're usually black women who are already carrying so much weight. It is frustrating the amount of work that's required, like, already from the black community for dealing with the shit that they have. And like, during the Black Lives Matter protests and stuff that are still, you know, happening, obviously, with the results of going in Minneapolis, but when they were happening in Chicago, I bought all the gear I needed to, like, protect other people because I was fully planning on going, but I don't know. Me talking about that doesn't help anything. All I can do is raise money. In my current situation, all I can do is raise money. You know what I mean? So talking about the stuff and having a conversation about it, and having a platform that is, like, supporting as much as I can and talking about the difficult shit that people just don't really talk about. I have to do that, and I have to. That's what sucks, is, like, I have to kind of, like, be okay with that being the case instead of performing actions. I'm a very action oriented person. If I can't, like, physically do something, it is teeth grindingly frustrating for me. What?
Unlocked. Temporary toxic heart. Pause.
On the ground journalism is making a resurgence, but for publications, it's cheaper to hire them as freelancers. Speaking of on the ground journalism, I don't know if anybody is like aware, but the All Gas No Brakes crew got fucked with the contract they signed, and that show is gone. Like, I don't know if they can, I don't know how they're operating or what they can do outside of the contract that they signed, but that was one of my favorite shows to watch. They're back as Channel 5 News? Really? Can you give me a link, a YouTube link? Channel 5 News. All gas, no brakes. Maybe if I Google it. YouTube. Okay. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. And he's already got like 141K subscribers. Does he have the Patreon link in here? Because I will sub. There it is. There it is, baby. Already easy subscription. Easy subscription. That was one of my favorite Patreons, man. I have an All Gas No Brakes t-shirt, and I'm glad that I got one when they were still All Gas No Brakes. Both me and Leia have one. But now we got the Channel 5 shit happening. That's so exciting. I'm glad that they didn't just stop. That sucks. Thank you, James. Did I miss anything in chat? Hold on. Hey, we all help in our own way. I have serious asthma, so I can't risk tear gas again, but I volunteer with the bookstore that gives out and sells abolition and radical literature and zines. Oh, that's fucking cool. Fuck it, Doing Things Media, the company that Andrew signed with to make All Gas No Brakes. Yeah, fuck those guys. Pieces of shit. Asthma gang. Asthma gang, 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 gang.
Unlocked. Artifact.
How the fuck is asthma still a thing? Can I ask, like... Isn't that something that we could easily resolve? I actually don't know what the mechanisms behind asthma are, but... I feel like it's something we could easily do. I don't know. Oh, really? So you experienced an asthma attack when the tear gas happened? I'm so glad you're fucking still here. Holy shit. That's not something to laugh about. That's some serious shit. I'm glad you're still here. Okay, is the door open? Good.
Back then, scavenging and trading was what you had to do to stay alive.
Oh, damn. I shouldn't have bought anything. I think I bought something.
Alpha.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? Oh, at least it damages the other guy. That's good.
Legal tender.
Why isn't it doing damage? That's super weird.
Word to your
Nice.
birth mother.
Word to your birth mother. That's so great. I'm glad they took care of you, Hannah. That's seriously like such a scary fucking thing. Asthma scares the shit out of me. There was a lot of like, I can't recall them off the top of my head, but there was a lot of movies that I recall like vaguely growing up that had a lot about like asthma scares, and I'm like, I can't even imagine what it would be like to be in a situation where you suddenly just don't have the ability to breathe anymore.
Loading.
I don't know. That shit's wild. But yes, we're still raising money for Stop AAPI Hate. If you're looking to donate, ! charity. Alerts are linked to the channel. And the next sub goal that we have is at $1,250. I'll be doing a $60 giveaway. That $60 giveaway will be used via Steam, or I know that we're in a pandemic, so PayPal is what I ideally would like to do, just so people can like use that money for whatever they want, a bill or something like that. And then at $1,500, we're gonna be giving away another XP Talk Show T-shirt. And then after that, the next incentivized goal is going to be another $60 giveaway at like $1,750, and then at $2,000, I'm going to post a video of me ripping my shirt off on Twitter, like ripping a shirt off on Twitter. Explorers, 1986, asthma scene that fucked me up. I never saw that movie. Maybe I have. Edward, how you? Oh, Edward, never mind. Edward, James, are y'all playing Street Fighter 4 right, or Street Fighter right now? I know you are. I gotta ask. Edge! Edge, my dude. You saying pow? Are y'all saying pow? You saying pow? What is he saying? Edge, welcome in. Hello, everybody. Bees? Pow? Pow? Are you saying bees? What are you saying? What are you saying? Are you saying pow? What are you saying? Doinks, Mackenzie, Frizzo. Hello, welcome in, everybody. My name's Steve, Conky Talks. We're talking about raising money for charity right now. We're raising a goal of $1,500. We've been smashing this fucking Stop AAPI Hate goal, and goddamn, dude, I'll rip my shirt off at $2,000. So who wants to give me, give the charity another thou, huh? Maybe all of you? Edge, how was the stream, man? If y'all don't know Edge, he's a fucking rambunctious boy. Just like my fucking wife. Just like my fucking wife, dude. You shaved your armpit? Wait, you shaved your armpits on stream? You're fucking with me, Frizzo. That happened? Wes Keltner. Holy shit, dude. You know, I never got to... I feel like maybe you were in here before, or... I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you weren't here before. I just want to thank you for your streams. Like, the horror rundowns that you were giving... And for me, like, I'm not horror savvy at all, but it was just fascinating to listen to you talk about horror for as long as you did. Shit's fucking awesome. What? No, you didn't? I heard that you shaved your armpits, Edge. That's what Frizzo's saying. Just like my fucking wife. You shaved your stash? God damn. Honestly, I'm thinking about it. I already have a fucking dumb scene. I already have a mustache scene where there's a mustache on my mustache. But if I shave, like, it'll work. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Make sure y'all are following Edge. Edge is... I guess the best way to explain it is he does like a intro where he just talks with everybody in chat, and we listen to some pretty fucking, or he listens to some music that makes me feel super nostalgic, and I would say he's just a good conversationalist. It's kind of like, I guess the best way to explain Edge's stream in how I feel about it is like if you were at a party that was like semi just starting and you're probably on your like second beer and you walk outside just to get some fresh air. He's the dude who's chilling with like 2 or 3 other homies and they're just having a casual conversation and they're very like welcoming. That's how I would explain it. Honestly, Wes, I was hoping to go back and check out like your past broadcasts, but they weren't there. Like your VODs are not up. So do you have like your videos on Patreon or anything like that? Because I've got ADHD, so like me comprehending information is pretty fucking low. Unless I get to rewatch it over and over again, and I can't help but want to like hear more from you. You're very good at speaking on the things you care about. I don't know. Let me double check. Maybe I was looking at the wrong person. Wes Keltner. Videos. Yeah, there's no videos. Here. Oh shit, this is the wrong scene. Yeah, your VODs are gone. There's no videos here. Oh, damn. Yeah. That was the correct scene. This one? But yeah, welcome in everybody. For everybody who is unfamiliar with who I am, I know I'm a little bit of a goof ass. I do talk shows primarily. We've got a talk show tomorrow with a comedy rapper, Mayor Wirtz. We're going to talk about improv comedy. We're going to talk about living life in the in-between of like the internet being a thing and then comedy and growing up the way he did. And it's going to be a good conversation. That's what I primarily focus on. I did a interview with Sequisha where we were just talking about his life experience and like how he built a strong character in content creation and like how he is as a person. It was a very awesome conversation. That's where I kind of sit. So if you're into like having real conversations, honest conversations, and just genuinely, you know, not being like a super fucking hype streamer, bro, guy, maybe I'm not your dude. I don't know. But yeah, we're raising money for charity. And playing this game called Rad, which is pretty fucking rad. It's called Rad. It's a roguelike that Double Fine made. You're not sweaty enough for me. I mean, check my pits, dude. Smell me, you know? We're playing Rad. It's a roguelite. Yeah, Electro Voice mic. Yeah, you got it. You got it, Wes. We're playing Rad. It's a roguelite 80s inspired game where you're going through a post-apocalyptic world with mutated monsters, and you yourself can be mutated. Yeah, Yeah, and raising money for charity while talking about, you know, the police brutality that happened this week. We were talking about ending the war on drugs and, like, I don't know. It's just a lot of shit. A lot of shit's been going on. So y'all are in for a treat if you're into it. Okay, cool. I need 100% swamp ass streamers. You're in the right space, man. I wish I could have like a meter as to how much sweat's going on, but I don't think they have a plugin for that on OBS. Deep chats. Only the deepest chats, yeah. I don't know if they're deep, I guess. It's more like honest chats with like my own opinions. I don't want this booty sweat, okay? I'm not affiliated or sponsored by Me Undies, but I will say this material is chef's kiss. That shit is so... Whoever decided that they were going to take that material and put it into underwear, chef's kiss. Best underwear I own. Swascam. Yeah, that's... James, I feel like that's like on brand for you. I feel like that's a good brand thing for you to do. Swascam. Because you have the thick cam. Why don't you just do a little upgrade there, you know?
But boys support but boys.
God damn, that was loud as fuck. $20, baby. Excuse me. Pony up, boys and girls, Edge says. But boys support but boys. That's right. If y'all hear me talking about like ba-boys is a made-up word that last TwitchCon, me and a bunch of friends essentially, me and a bunch of friends essentially came up with to describe people in general. Like it's because you know people say, "What are we doing here, boys?" Asmongold says, "Boys." A lot of people refer boys to like, "Oh, okay, that's non-gender," or whatever. I'm like, boys is a word that means boys, so. If I say ba-boys, just know that that's our own word, I guess. And it's more fun to say. Ba-boys support ba-boys. That was Carl, by the way, from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You've got the Herman Miller Aeron Trayer? Oh my goodness. Okay, Mr. Moneybucks, can you chill out? You don't need to, Iron Man, you don't need to fucking come in here, dude, and flex on all of us like that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Ow! Okay, there we go. Carl was like your fourth daddy. What happened to the first third, dude? Who were the first three, man? You have the same chair. It's fantastic. I can only fathom what your manly bits are aerating. What the fuck sentence was that? I'm sorry. That wasn't real. Just nix that. It's a mystery who the first three dads were. Okay. Hard to sweat with all them holes. What the hell is this? Dungeon crab legs? Okay, this got interesting. Sounds good, man. Have a good fucking night. Enjoy Stargate. And thanks for the raid, man. Thank you for the charitable donation of $20. This is cursed. Ugh. It's got a mouth too. Oh wait, maybe I don't have a mouth. It's just legs. Okay. Hopefully there is a there's a game mechanic in this game that involves. Oh, nice. I get to stay here. There is a game mechanic. What was I gonna say? There's a game mechanic that allows you to swap out like the powers that you get. If I come across one, that'll be super useful. This crab power is not ideal. Actually, it's pretty neat. I can dodge attacks by going underneath.
Bankroll.
It's pretty good. And it knocks him away too. Interesting. Okay. And we might be able to do some pretty cool stuff with this. Hannah, thanks for participating in the great conversations. Have a good night too. Okay. But yeah, tonight's question that I was asking chat, if you had like infinite power / money, because money is power, what would be like the first thing that you do? And as a result of that conversation, Cetron in the chat was talking about getting rid of everybody's debt so they get that like breath of fresh air. And I thought that was really cool. I know it's a hypothetical and like you never get to that point unless you were Jeff Bezos or some shit, but I guess it's nice to think about with all the crazy shit going on, police brutality, murder, you know. It's just it's always frustrating, I feel like, to be in a situation where you feel like you're completely powerless, and indulging in those like frivolous fantasies kind of helps alleviate that, especially when it triggers a good discussion, you know. Oh, hey Glyph, good to see you, dude. Off a barter system? That sounds like it wouldn't work out for you. I'm gonna be honest. What are you gonna barter, Glyph? What's the bartering system? You better have like a full explanation for it, because... Oh, nice. Hot sauce.
Juicy.
Juicy. I like that. I feel debt in general is something each person has earned through life choices. Not really, though. I mean, you could be... Like, going to college is a choice, right? But, like, the crippling debt that it causes, I don't think is necessarily the fault of the individual who did it. Especially if, like, you were like me, for example, and went to a college that had predatory loan practices. Not really much choice in that. I have these chickens. Dude, seeing... like Sek's face next to that, like I don't know, his emotes are more emotive than Sek is, so like seeing somebody talk and then do that is extra funny. That's pretty specific though. Okay, so give me an example in which like a person would choose to go into debt, I guess, that wouldn't deserve it. And I'm not trying to grill you, I'm just curious about it, you know, like this is a discussion, so I want to make sure that and I think there's a lot of value in the discussion too. So if you want to share, you're more than welcome to. I don't really bust anybody's ass unless they're being a fucking, you know, asshole, or being unreasonable. And I mean, anybody who's a part of Geshten or part of Edge's chat, I don't see them as being that, you know. No more suffering of children. I mean, that's a good start, right? Going back to the debt thing, though, like, I think that's a huge part of why children suffer in general. Like, debt is stressful. People don't know how to manage stress. So, like, ultimate power, like, managing that, I don't know how that would be... Man, the mobility is crazy in this. This power. I kind of want to take back what I said about crab legs. But yeah, I was gonna say, when it comes down to like end suffering for children, I think that's a multifaceted issue, right? Saying that is a lot easier than doing it. So like, what are the things you would do with your power that would alleviate it? You know what I mean? That's why I asked the question. I feel like there's a lot of really good discussion to have people like think about the things that they would want from an analytical standpoint, because if you've got infinite power and money, there really shouldn't be anything stopping you from making decisions that are going to benefit people. But what are what's the steps? What are the steps to getting to that point, right?
Floppy.
I love that they have Galaga and Dig Dug sounds in this game.
Paused.
Hey Joe, I ended up picking this up. Seemed really cool watching you, and I enjoy these styles of games. It's a lot of fun. It's also very good on Nintendo Switch too. So if you've got a Switch, I would recommend picking it up on there. But I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for, you know, I guess going off of my recommendation. I don't even know if I recommended it.
Paused.
Shut up, James. Dude, you're fucking banned, dude.
Pause.
You're banned. I'm banning you. I'm gonna ban you right now. I'm joking? I'm fucking joking, dude? You're wrecked. That's what you get.
Paused.
You have a skill that is valued at a given level. Others have skills that is valued on exchange of goods and services that is set at a regulated level. The idea in theory is that individuals cannot amass a vast power that then is used to manipulate and extort those that don't for more gain. I don't know. Glyph, again, like all that stuff sounds really good on paper, but I don't think it's executable. There's no way. There's too many finite resources. There's too many,
Unlocked.
yeah, I don't think that would work.
Pause.
My wife works with at-risk kids via child therapy. She sees families in debt. The reason they are in debt is that they seek some semblance of normalcy for the family and the kids. They want their kids to fit in at school, make friends, etc. They want to take them on vacations, etc. If they don't do these things, their mental health suffers. When they get into debt, their mental health suffers. Poverty is a bitch. Yes, it is. And as somebody who grew up in like a very poor household and had a mother who was like striving to essentially work like her ass off to get to the point she is now in her life where she's very, very well off. That mentality was something that like plagued her and caused so much stress that she ended up, you know, abusing her kids, aka me. So I understand that. You reading all of that, Wes, was like, okay, I understand. I lived through that, you know. It's expensive to be poor. Yes, it is. It's also a little ableishness. What do you do with people that can't perform barterable skills? Yeah, exactly, Travis. That's a good way. The rich get richer. Yeah. Constructing an education system that teaches youth the importance of self-care and attentive mindsets, perhaps. That's I mean, our whole education system needs a complete revamp. Right now, I would argue that most people don't learn the skills they need to be a human, handle relationships, all that stuff until they're well outside of school. But now we have the internet, and that's alleviated a lot of that. But you know, guiding people to that information is a whole nother thing. But that's a good idea too, Frizzo. I like that idea. Yosh, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Hey, I hope you saw my comment last, or it was on Tuesday, where you offered to play Skater XL. I've been hanging out with my super close homies and playing Street Fighter and just kind of using that as a form of escapism. So I hope you didn't take me not answering you that night and playing games as like a, ill thing or whatever. I know you didn't, but I feel weird just not like bringing that up.
Endomutation.
I think like, I don't know, in Glyph's scenario, what I would say is that anybody who doesn't have the ability to contribute, they're not going to be at a disadvantage and they should be taken care of, because that's how our society should fucking work, but it doesn't right now. Like right now, we have a system that's in place that says if you don't have any value, you're essentially in crippling debt, or putting the people who need to take care of you in crippling debt, or you are living in a space that doesn't allow you to fully like be yourself without experiencing some form of trauma. standardized tests. I agree, Glyph. I keep reading stories where working parents turn down raises because it would put them in a higher tax bracket and completely screw them. Yeah. Yep. It's tough to truly address this question for me without going down the path of my religious beliefs. I mean, Iron Man, you're free to do so. You know, like if you want to talk about those things, you're more than welcome to do so here. We were talking about like the divine self, like innermost self, your soul, like a little bit earlier on. So you're totally okay to do that. It would be great to see K College become free. I never understood the argument that people should have to pay for higher ed. What society has suffered from being smarter? That is such a, yeah, very well said, Wes. Yeah, agreed. What, we want more doctors? We want more scientists? What do you... Oh my God. Can you imagine a society where like that was like a normal thing? We'd be in such a better space. Making hospitals, prisons, and other human resources not for profit would be kind of nice too. Yeah, but you would also have to compensate the people who are in those situations very well, right? Like right now, teachers don't make enough money to be, they're not, teachers are not taken care of. So even if it wasn't like for profit, right, you would still have to pay them a considerable wage, more than a living wage, because of the stress and what they have to deal with. I think the idea that we have like one teacher for like one subject the whole time, that Bronze Girl was talking about this for a bit. I don't know if anybody follows that Bronze Girl, but she does this shit. Aim my legs. What the hell? Wait, hold on. What did it say? I don't know what that said. It said like aim my legs. Sorry, I got distracted. ADHD. What was I talking about? That Bronze Girl. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. So username That Bronze Girl. So That Bronze Girl talks about this a lot, but like the overseas education system, you have like designated teachers to teach you subjects. There's not one teacher teaching everything, you know? So like they have like an actual system in place. And the US education system is such a poor state that like we have a literacy rate that's like in the lowest parts of the world, you know? It's fucking wild. But yeah, it's to keep people poor. Education is just another part of capitalism, at least with the US. Yeah, I think like, I don't know, you can get into the conversation that this is an unintended symptom of a society that is, I don't know, I feel like it's intentional. I want to say it's not, but it just, like, how do you not understand the fundamentals for how the systems are fucking things up? You know what I mean? And I feel like they fully do. They're just like people know that that's the case and they just refuse to address it because it fucks with the status quo of like the rich getting richer and all of that. I don't know.
Paused.
I run a tiny business, 12 people. Here's the crazy thing. When I add smart, talented people to my company, the company makes more money. It's wild, I know. It's not exactly a one-to-one scalable thing to compare to the society as a whole to a small biz, but there has to be some overlap there, 100%. It's an Electro Voice, Glyph.
Key acquired.
It was on sale on Sweetwater.com. Who has phenomenal customer service. I'm not affiliated or sponsored by them. Yeah. One of the best mics in the biz, 100%. I made the mistake of like not looking into my previous two mics, so they were dynamic mics used for podcasting in groups because that was my very first podcasting mic. And then lo and behold, because of you know, getting to know some really cool content creators on Twitch and Sequisha, I now understand. I now understand the differences.
Paused.
That one guy in Portland who cuts his salary to keep giving his folks higher salaries and they're prospering like crazy. Yeah. Yes. like the salary is $70K than the Shure SB. Everybody's on that Shure microphone kick, and I think it's just because everybody's, you know, I don't know. Everybody follows trends instead of like doing the research themselves. I don't know. But that's streamer Twitter, am I right? Wow, we're doing a lot of damage. What did we get? What did I get? Extermination. Oh, I got another heart. Okay, cool. We're good. I would rather have that. Dan Price. Is that the guy's name? The Shure is a bit too boomy for me. Too much bass, no high or mids for my taste. Shure is a great musician's mic. Yes, Edward would know as a musician. I believe we are on this earth for a specific reason. I believe that reason, quote unquote, is unique to each person, but in the end, it's to give souls experiences with things that can only be experienced in the environment we're in. Who am I to play God with this ultimate power, mess with all I believe has been put into play by his hand? So for me, it's more of a what should I do more than what could I do? I mean, that makes sense, you know? I would agree with that too. We were talking about how like, and everybody's I feel like anytime somebody talks about the word God or like divine power or religion, depending on your experiences in life, in my particular experiences, I was a very strong atheist for a while because of my experiences with my traumatic experiences with going to a Greek Orthodox church school, and then my parents put me into a religious Lutheran school, and they didn't like how I was, like the saints and stuff from like Greek church, and then I just gave up on it. I was like, well, both of you don't know what you're talking about. God is stupid, and Christians give God a bad name. And then and that turns out that was just bad Christians. But I ended up, after some a psychedelic experience in a sensory deprivation tank and a few interesting experiences in general, I now have this, I guess, belief that we all have a divine self within ourselves, and it's like that inner truth. And whether you want to call that God or the universe or whatever it is, I feel like we all have that. And we were talking about that a little bit earlier, and that's all I wanted to say. You unlock my premium nudes? How could you? James, you're not supposed to do that. Okay, let's oh wait, before we deposit our money, we have to buy one of these because that's how that shop is going to get better. Can I just give this person money, or do I have to keep buying a shop? Okay. I just have to keep buying items and then more stock comes in. Deposit cash. I don't know what the crab legs do, but I'm scared of them. The only Flanders? Oh my god. I've got an only Flanders. Yeah, because there was a quote from, I don't know if anybody's ever seen The Great Dictator by it was Charlie Chaplin, I believe's first like movie that he spoke in. And the speech that he gives resonates beyond, like, it's still important now. But if anybody hasn't seen that movie, definitely would recommend it. If you'd rather not see the whole movie because it's a silent film era thing, but it's a great speech. The Great Dictator. It's just The Great Dictator, Charlie Chaplin. That speech he talks about in the 17th chapter in St. Luke, it is written that the kingdom of God is within all man, in you the people. And when he said that, I was like, that makes sense to me. Like, we all have like God in ourselves, you know what I mean? And I think like the stories of God and all that stuff, I think they're more about like life lessons, and you know, people can believe whatever they want to believe. For me, I think that like, you know, everybody has sort of a divine self within them that they can access, and you hear that through like seeking advice and like, you know, talking with people. I think I don't know. That's what I've experienced. Is I feel like there's a divine self in a lot of people. And how tuned in they are to that has to do with their life experience, is really what it comes down to.
Paused.
I believe I did see that, but I'm in my 70s. Oh, very cool. I find the collective idea that we are all one conscious, living out each human life through time very interesting, but that those we help is helping ourselves, and hurting others is us hurting ourselves. I like that concept a lot, because like the whole my perspective is that people, like, you are me living a different life. That's how I approach it. So anytime I can't understand somebody, I actually haven't been in the situation where I feel like I can't understand, or I'm so outside of unless it's a Republican, to be fair. If you're like super Republican and like you're racist and shit, like I can't really understand that. I can understand like an edgy teenager and shit, or like being a former asshole, or being an addict. I used to be an addict. That's something I can understand and empathize with. I understand my reasons for doing it, my negative behaviors. I understand ADHD, but like there's the you are me living a different life, I think, is like the platinum rule. You're supposed to treat thy neighbor as thyself or whatever, but I don't think that's a good way to live, because what you're doing is you're treating the neighbor as if they're you, which isn't true, because they're not you, right? You could people with different skin colors, like different ethnic backgrounds, from different countries, like there's no fucking way you could treat them like you, because they're not you. They're so far from you. You know what I mean? I don't know. Y'all are dorks. Both you and at work. Y'all are both dorks. And I love you for it. Oh, sorry, Cooks. If you can hear me, it should be okay. I don't have... Everything's green on my end. I can still see the stream, so you may just need to refresh. You can never live another person's life, yeah. That's why you treat them like they're you living a different life. That makes sense to me. That makes more sense to me than like treat thy neighbor as thyself, you know? That's the golden rule. I guess, right? That's what they call it. And I say they like I know who they are, but I don't know. Oh no, I meant the link James dropped in. Don't click that link. He's just being a dork.
Unlocked.
We got another upgrade, baby. Another upgrade, baby. 4 hearts. For me, I have issue with the whole Machiavellian principles. I personally feel they are horrible traits in being a decent person. I'm not familiar with the Machiavellian principles because I'm a inexperienced human. Let's see. Machiavellian principles. Let's see. Proposed that immoral behavior such as the use of deceit and the murder of innocents was normal and effective in politics. The fuck? What are the Machiavellian principles? Is there a list? Oh, interesting. Oh, I understand what you mean. I guess my question, Iron Man, I didn't really think about this, but the way the question is posed for tonight's like discussion is you could take it very literally and see power as like, I guess that, right? So that makes sense. I was more talking about money because money's power, you know. But I guess I should have just put money in. Like if you had infinite money, what would you do with it, right? Cooks, I don't know. Are you familiar with LimeWire? I mean, I don't know. LimeWire was in this really weird space during the internet, so let me know. Like, if you know what LimeWire is, Cooks, then you would understand what that file is. Like, essentially, okay, so, well, hold on. I'm not going to explain it. I'm going to let Cooks answer the question first. Cooks, if you know what LimeWire is, I don't need to explain it. I can just explain to anybody who has questions, I guess, about LimeWire.
Cha-ching.
You just weren't on LimeWire much. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'll explain it. So LimeWire essentially is a file type that you would download like Linkin Park, and then the file name would be that. You paid for music? Oh my goodness. Like CDs? I'm just kidding. I did too. You remember buying music? You remember Sam Goody? Does anybody? It was like Napster? No, it was not. It was not like Napster. Napster had legitimate names. Like LimeWire just, you paid for it by like downloading malicious viruses onto your computer. That's what you did. Yes. Viruses and random porn. And you would download like the Jay-Z Linkin Park remix, but it would be like Beyonce. But LimeWire, who could download anything, yes. But it wasn't organized in any way, shape, or form. My pants fell down because I was scared. Okay, James. Oh, here we go. Okay, do I want to get... Oh, no, never mind. We're upgrading powers. That's what the triangle is for. We got big spikes, greater range. Nice. We might be able to beat the game tonight. I'm gonna have to be careful though, because Leia's got to go to bed early tonight, and I don't want to wake her up. And I'm like talking with my whole chest. I deleted the virus. That's a good way to explain it, Yosh. P2P. And they also had LimeWire Pro, which little did anybody know. LimeWire Pro is the paid version, but if you just downloaded LimeWire, the regular version, you could get LimeWire Pro through that for free. And it was still just as bad.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
Remember LimeWire? Oh my goodness. But yeah, if y'all want to win an XP Talk Show t-shirt right now, exclamation point Baboy in chat, we're giving away this t-shirt. Hold on. My son is underneath the desk, aka my dog. For anybody who doesn't know, I don't have a son, but he's a dog. Exclamation point Baboy, BABOI in the chat, and you could win an XP Talk Show t-shirt. This is the gorilla that you see in the corner there. This is our logo. It was screen printed by some local awesome homies that I got to know in college that now have a screen printing business out here. It's comfortable. It's beautifully done. It will last a long time. Just wash it inside out. And if you're okay with sharing your shipping address, your home address for me to send it to it, exclamation point BABOI in the chat if you would like to enter. No S. No S. You downloaded all your Dreamcast games from LimeWire and burned them on CDs? Really? Amazing. Yeah, coach been lurking. I appreciate it. A FrostWire, the cooler version, literally. Nice. Another upgrade. Okay, we're doing phenomenally. This is probably the best run I've had in the game so far.
Unlock loose change.
Reveal secrets on the mini map. That's not worth having.
Key.
I love that the keys in this game are floppy disks. I don't know. Pretty neat. Pretty neat, if I do say so myself.
Money.
Money. Hey. Nice.
Floppies.
What's my personal interest in fighting Asian hate? My wife is Filipina, and I mean, me personally, like, I mean, anything that I can do. If you want to check out all the charitable donation stuff that we've done, my website has our past like donation history, xptalkshow.com. But we've worked with like Color of Change, the Chicago Community Bond Program. The biggest thing for me was like ending the war on drugs and how I can help with that, and that was MAPS, the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, who have a cure for post-traumatic stress disorder using MDMA-assisted psychotherapy. Anything that I can do to help people who are being oppressed, I'm gonna do it, because I am incapable of being a person who protests or does anything outside of, you know, talking about it. So talking about these things is important, like, and I like facilitating an environment that allows that to happen, and then raising money for charitable causes. So one of the biggest things for me too is like making sure that the organizations that we're supporting have sustainable business practices, and the organization Stop AAPI Hate is going to aggregate all of the essential hate crimes that have been happening against Asian Americans to create the first database that was done. And then no, you do that through the link. So this link, that charity link there, that link will take you to a donation page. Tiltify hosts, you know, Stop AAPI Hate, but that donation is a tax write-offable like donation that you can do for charity. Yeah, tipping me, like, that's entirely different. Like, if you like the content that we're doing here and you want to support, that's what that's for. I would much rather, because I have a 9-to-5, I would much rather have any money going towards that would normally go towards me, go towards the charity for sure. Like you know how like you can subscribe and stuff on Twitch? I withdrew from the Twitch affiliate program because I didn't need the money, and I was like, okay, well, like it wasn't I didn't need the money. It was because Twitch was pretty much not, I don't know. Twitch doesn't have a good business model for helping their content creators. They're more interested in keeping people on the platform who are predators for the most part. It's a lot. If you want to read about it, I have a public post on my Patreon detailing exactly like why I moved away from subscriptions and all of that. Like, the only sub that I have active on Twitch right now is Sequisha, and that's because it's my Twitch Prime. You know, like, I have Amazon Prime that I unfortunately have to use on a somewhat regular basis. I try not to as much as I possibly can, but you know, convenience. Especially now that we have a dog, like, oh my god.
Unlocked.
I don't need a floppy disk.
Totally. Greenback.
We've had good times with them since we got our pupper. Yeah. Yeah, Chewy's really fucking good. Oh, nice. We got another upgrade. Mutation, dude. Yeah, thank y'all so much for all the donations so far. It's crazy that our original goal was $500 and we completely smoked that. So
Unlocked.
another dongle, man. So bad. Oh yeah, do you all have a timeline for like moving out, or is that still kind of up in the air with the new stuff going on? Secret tunnel.
Open.
Nice. What is this? Fertilize your trail.
Artifact
This is
acquired.
probably a lot. Yeah, this is a lot better than what I currently had going on. Hey, Stoof. Steph, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, what's our map looking like? Okay, we already did that. Okay, nothing else. Time to go. No, I wasn't in the Navy. No. I just happened to me and my wife's name is Leia. We met at we both worked at Apple. So we met there, and then we were friends first, and then just, you know, from there hit it off, and now we're married and have our own little small family. Oh shit. There we go.
Scratch. Heyday.
Okay, there we go. I'm sure that's a common occurrence. Though, like, you know, visit a foreign country, find somebody to settle down with. Okay. There we go. Surviving. Surviving or thriving? Which one is it? Oh God. Wow. The amount of damage I'm doing is kind of nuts. This is going to be super useful in the next. Surviving, not thriving? What do you mean? Is everything okay? Shid. What? Come on.
Loose change.
No other secrets. Nice. Just tired of a lot of shiza. You know, always tired. I empathize with that. We were talking about that earlier. Especially with like all the police brutality and shit. It's just a rinse and repeat, same old shit happening. And it is exhausting. Obviously, it's not as exhausting as like people who have to deal with this on a regular basis, but nonetheless, still fucking exhausting. Oh, nice. Okay. I like that. I like that I can dodge that attack by burrowing into the ground. Wait, did I miss a... I did miss it. Wow. Oh, I don't have a key. That's a first for me. Okay. There was a secret over here, wasn't there? Yes. Health. There was something else. Okay, never mind. I totally did not. I misread what that was. Number of associates in the Navy who married Filipino wives. The 3 that I have stayed in touch with over the years are still happily married or passed away while still married. God rest their soul. Yeah. That's super great that they could find happiness in that way, you know? It's such a unique thing.
Offering accepted.
Okay, we're gonna drink this.
Offering accepted.
Nice. Okay, we got, that's pretty big actually. We just got, so we exchanged an item, that dispenser or whatever, that item dispenser gave us a really good healing item, which increases walk speed. Let's do it.
Hot-blooded.
I feel like that's important. The walk speed, especially like later on, is gonna be really nice. Okay. Boss time. That's a lot of damage.
Mutants.
Oh god. Nice. And we got a really sick mutant power.
Beef.
Nice. Okay. We're in a good spot. Iron Man, is it alright if I ask you some questions about like your experience with Twitch? Because I'm genuinely curious.
You are rad. Heart mutated.
Okay, so we got another heart mutation, which is more health. That's good. I just want to make sure I ask permission before I go ahead and just like, you know, start asking. Steph, it's always great to see you though. I'm sorry that life's been stressful and tough, but knowing how you are as a person, I think you'll get through it, whatever, you know, you're struggling with right now. And I hope that, you know, you know that you have us here to like ask for help or talk out anything that you feel like you need to. Not on the air, obviously, if you don't want to, but
Key acquired.
just saying. There we go. Okay, so there was nothing in there. At least we got a key, like, back. Of course. You've been a part of this community, like, channel, just in general for so long, you know? It's only, like, you should just... sometimes you just need to be told. I feel like that reminder is a good thing. It's something that I actually haven't been very good at speaking on or talking about regularly. I feel like I keep a pretty open discussion, but with my 9 to 5 and like doing the stuff that I have, it's very hard to like be engaged 24/7. So just reminding you and myself, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Iron Man. If it's all right, I'd like to ask a little bit more about like your experiences with Twitch and all that. Obviously, with your permission. If you don't want to talk about it, totally okay.
Loading.
Man. This is going to be a really good run. I think we may this we have the potential to beat the game. Which is kind of nuts, especially since this is what, my 4th time playing it on PC. Ooh, we got a secret level. And right now too, by the way, we are broadcasting on YouTube as well. So anybody who's just been hanging out in there, I appreciate you. Hope you've been enjoying the conversation and content in general. The speed increase is so nice.
Bling bling.
Oh my goodness.
Floppy acquired.
Floppy acquired.
Scratch. Hard cash.
So much money. We're getting a lot of cash. Was there really nothing in here? There's no way. There is. There's literally nothing in here. I guess, well, man, I need to stop using the word literally. Ugh. It's such an easy word to default to. Where am I going? What am I doing? I just need to leave. There's nothing else in here. There's nothing for me here, you know? Man. Okay. So. Oh! No! Okay. Okay. Not bad.
Bling bling.
Bling bling indeed. What are you saying? Are you saying pow? What are you saying?
Key acquired.
Travis, we talked about this. You know what I need to do? I need to remove that from my channel. It's way too easy to make that joke all the time. And what's worse is I'm not tired of it. I'm not tired of it at all. I'm not tired of saying it. Nothing in there but memories, yeah.
Gravy.
It never gets old. Is that true though? I guess like a lot of it has to do with my own anxiety related to like my ADHD, and what I find and enjoy like is not really what everybody else enjoys. So I have a constant fear of like, thank you for the $1. I have a constant fear of like being ostracized for constantly making the same jokes and doing the same shit, you know, because it grows tiresome. Well, that's what people say, right?
Royal beef.
What the fuck? The explosion on that is nuts. Double kill. Okay. Okay, so we got that. Well, I'm missing one switch. Where is it? There it is. Now they're just putting boss
Bling bling.
characters in this game or small bosses, casual bosses. Hey, Cat Mappa. Saying pow is catchy. Wait, what's literally true? What are you talking about? Appa, how you doing, my dude? How have the StarCraft games been going, man?
Legal tender. Paused.
My son. My son. Getting some good practice recently. Oh yeah, lots of wins. Ooh, final upgrade. We've got all our powers fully upgraded.
Mutation leveled up.
Okay, this is the first time this has happened. Oh, by the way, we're giving away an XP Talk Show t-shirt before the end of stream. It's actually 10:30, so let's do the giveaway now. Make sure y'all enter !BABOI, BABOI, if you'd like to enter.
Paused.
This is the shirt we're giving away. These are not for sale. These are just for the giveaway, okay? Baboy, !Baboy in the chat if you'd like to win. And if you're okay sharing your shipping address, of course. Let's do this giveaway, huh? Okay. Where are we at right now? My dream. Yeah, I know, Steph. As soon as we start selling them too, I will definitely I'll definitely let you know. Unless you win, then you're good. Okay.
Boy support boys.
Holy shit. Booty Gang Captain donated $20. What did you say? Imagine not entering Baboy to win a dope shirt. Imagine. Can you imagine? Hey, Andy. Wait, is that Bad Andy? Andy Tails. That is such a fucking good name change if that's you. Yes. You're just in time. We're giving away an XP Talk Show t-shirt. This is the shirt we're giving away. !Baboy in the chat. If you'd like to join. BABOI. And if you're okay with giving your shipping address. I will give this another... I'll give it another like 2 minutes. We'll do that. I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes.
Boy support boys.
Okay. Another donation? Excuse me? Okay, $50, Stoof. Thank you so much. We are now at $1,140, $110 more dollars, and we'll do a $60 giveaway. Ideally, I would like to do PayPal, because again, pandemic, people got bills, they can use that $60 for whatever they want. All right. Let's do it. Thank you so much, Stoof. Thank you. Booty Gang Captain, aka Jimmy Thickums MD, aka The Hunger James. Thank you. Okay, giveaway time. Giveaway time. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let me see. Let me make sure everybody's in here too, because I know some people.
Bo boys support bo boys.
Whoa. Yosh, thank you for the $20. AKA Swascam. Yeah. Swascam. AKA James. $180.
Bo boys support bo
$1,180.
boys.
What the fuck? Was that another $20? Excuse me? Are we at $1,200 right now? Stop the hate immediately. Check your hearts, America. Check your hearts, America, you fucks. Okay, make sure everybody who's entered the giveaway, exclamation point, but boy. Steph, stop spamming. I'm sorry. I think I forgot I enabled that for Nightbot. Hold on one second. Stoof, more like oof, am I right? Exclamation point, but boy in the chat to enter the giveaway. Also, Dee Dee, how you doing? It's good to see you. Dapper Dame. Repetitions, excessive symbols, repetitions. There it is. What are the options for this? I'll do like 80. That should be good. Spoof K, more like it. Okay. Nightbot is spicy, 100%. Yes, we're doing a giveaway. Exclamation point BABOI. And you could win a shirt in your size. You can win an XP Talk Show t-shirt, the Golden Monkey. Limited edition. Sick ass, screen printed, 100% comfortable, schmexy shirt. If you want an extra large one like I have to walk around with no pants on and just undies, I'd recommend it. Okay, we're going to do our giveaway. Hope everybody's ready. Cross your fingers. Giveaway. Giveaway. Pick winner. Whale. Excuse me, whale? Calling the jacked whale? Calling the jacked whale, going once. DD. Rigged. Riggedulations. Giveaway. Okay. Congrats, Dr. Whale. Is he still here?
Bo boys support bo boys.
Hello? Let me see. Is he still in the chat? I don't know. John Whale. Why are you all giving him random names? You don't see them on the list? Okay. All right, I'm going to do it again. Giveaway. Pick a winner. Does it do it again? Clover BB 24. Hello? Jack is a name for John. Is it? Paging Clover BB. Paging Clover BB, please report to Conky Talks chat and claim your prize. Paging Clover BB 24. Going once. Going twice. All right. Next winner. speak up. DD, Dapper Dame 1. Congratulations. Please come pick your shit up at the counter. Get the fuck out of here. Just kidding. Hell yeah, dude. DD, if you wouldn't mind sending me your info, your shipping information, first, last name, via Discord DM, I will be shipping out the shirts this weekend. Congratulations. Congrats again, DD. Also, let me know your size, preferred size. It's a unisex t-shirt. Gonna be looking extra dapper in that shirt, 100%. Thanks for being here, and thank you for supporting an amazing cause. We just hit our $1,200 goal. $1,200. Starting at $1,250, we'll be doing a $60 giveaway via PayPal, and then at $1,500 we'll do another merch giveaway, and at $2,000 I'm gonna rip myself out of a t-shirt and post on Twitter. No need to thank me. It's what I can do, you know? Like, we all got to do what we can. Timeline flex, no doubt, yeah. I mean, I was gonna do it at $1,000, and then everybody in chat was like, that's too low. That's too low. You can't just sell your body like that, Steve. Yeah. Oh, I appreciate it, Andy. Yeah, I feel like it's really easy for me to just be like, oh, I mean, all I'm doing is creating a Tiltify campaign, but like talking about this stuff is like, I don't know. I think it's super important. Gotta make us parched individuals work for it a little. That's what you said, Travis. There was a lot of good conversation tonight. Y'all are a bunch of hunks. I really appreciate everybody coming in here and helping us support an amazing cause. Special shout out to Edge with the raid. That was really awesome. Seeing Wes Keltner, Frizzo, Leluchiro, Mr. Hatch. Thank you all for the follows. Thanks for hanging out. If you're watching on YouTube, really appreciate it. We try to do this every Wednesday. We call it Roguelike Conversations. I usually pose a question, then we have an open discussion, and we talk about a few things. So I really appreciate it. I was not prepared to like look up who's live right now, so I'm just gonna end it here. Our next conversation is going to be with Mayor Wirtz tomorrow, comedy rapper extraordinaire. We're still going to be raising money, of course. The giveaway will not happen tomorrow just because of the talk show format, but we'll be announcing that stuff on most likely Friday or Saturday of this week. So keep an eye out on Twitter once we hit that 1250. So tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, we'll be talking with Mayor Wirtz about being a comedy rapper, improv, all that stuff. It's going to be a great conversation. If you would like to book a talk show and talk with me, xptalkshow.com, you will find all the links. If you want to support my content outside of this platform too, we've got the brands section on the website where you can use my affiliated links, and that will give me a kickback for purchasing fitness equipment, Lion's Mane Mushroom Coffee, or an NZXT computer build. So make sure you check that out. And if you'd like to schedule time to speak with me on a one-on-one talk show like we're doing tomorrow, that's the space to do it. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Much love to you. And thank you so much for the conversation as always. Feels good. Have a good night, everybody.